So early therapy. I started in April of 2018. I had taken about a week to adjust to realizing that there was something wrong and dealing with that. Okay, the internet said that I didn't need medication in most cases and that therapy was good enough. And dealing with the fear of, okay, well, I've tried to be the best person, the most mature person, and the kindest person I could be. So if that's still not good enough, how is therapy going to all of a sudden fix this? And what if it doesn't work? And then I find out what a monster the illness is and that I am, and then I can't even fix it. That would be a little bit too much, I felt like. So I did take a little time to adjust to that, and then I sought out therapy through my healthcare provider, and we started weekly sessions, and it was okay. It didn't, you didn't seem to do a whole lot at first. You have to go through family history and growing up and all that, and it's a little uncomfortable for me because I don't want to seem like I'm searching for a pat on the back or oh, you went through something hard, because I want it in a way. I want to feel approval, and like things that were hard for me actually are hard in the real world, and it's not just in my head. So I always kind of battle with I hate when I feel good and I'm getting approval, because it feels like maybe I'm soliciting it a little bit, and I know that's wrong. So that was difficult. I don't really like that about therapy, if they give you a pat on the back. But it made me cry after every single session, because it dug up a lot of emotion, and honestly, the illness scares the living daylights out of me. So that was a process, and I bottled up a lot of things. My husband thought, wow, she's doing really great, because all of a sudden I dialed back my behavior an awful lot. But I was just suppressing it because I didn't know how to comfortably go through asking myself questions, and, such as, how big of a deal is this really? How would you feel if you were in your spouse's situation? And what is my fear? What is the core to why I'm acting out? I was so unfamiliar with asking all those questions that I just didn't feel safe to really react. So I just suppressed it all. So on the outside, I looked like, hey, therapy's really helping her. And really, it was a tornado inside, and I was drowning in all of it. And that made it extremely difficult to get through the day-to-day. And I think like a month or two in, I had attempted suicide again. And my husband was, knocking on the door, telling me to just please go to my therapist and talk to her. But I didn't want to talk to her because it felt like there's no escape. Felt like there was no escape from the monster that was me. And even though I had been living with it for many years, I thought it was everyone else, which is maybe a little bit silly and naive, but I thought that, no, my husband is bad, or my husband sucks, my parents are bad, and that it's the world around me, not me. So to then go to it's probably all me was super hard, and I didn't like it, and I wasn't sure that I could be better, and not sure I wanted to be on that journey. And so I failed with my attempt, unfortunately. I am absolutely horrible at committing suicide. Now, people may say that's a good thing, but it felt like it was absolutely awful. And then afterwards, I kind of waited, I think about a month or so before I went back to therapy. And it wasn't great having to tell her about that. And it was onset by some rejections that I have a very hard time with. I felt like my husband was brushing me off and rejecting me. And then when I called up some sisters to see if they would talk with me, everyone was too busy. And I tried to schedule a therapy appointment, and she canceled the day of, and that was really, really hard for me. And knowing that it was hard for me and I couldn't handle rejection did not seem to help. It just made me spiral. So